Welcome into a brand new episode of
What's the Trend?
Aaron Week, tell folks what number this is.
32, episode 32, almost to my age.
I love that joke.
That's crazy. First of all, you made that joke yesterday, but I'm just taking it and stealing it.
And we got a few more episodes till we get to my age, but that's neither here nor there. So welcome in, you guys. We're so glad to have you, whether you are driving along, listening in your car, or you're actually watching the show, which we highly encourage. We're glad to have
these
you.
Beautiful faces.
That's right. That's right. We add lots of clips of what we're talking about, footage as well. So, hey, either way, we are glad to have you. Just consume this content. We love putting this show together for you guys.
It's our favorite thing to do. I can confidently say on my end, my favorite thing to do throughout the week.
I can say the same thing, my friend. Well, let's get right into it. So we've like to walk you guys through. We're going to talk about some local events coming up first. Then we're going to get into those big pop culture stories from the week. We've got so much to talk to, from Justin Timberlake videos, you guys know what we're talking about, to celebrating starlet birthdays.
There's a lot going on.
A lot happening in movies, music, TV, and just the world of pop culture. So Aaron, let's take it on a local note here.
Sure, of course. We always start off local with the show. So what do you have for us?
All right, so I'm excited. I saw this as I was driving by the Lloyd Expressway the other day. You know, on the old National Events Plaza, they always have that marquee that's like advertising like the shows and stuff that are coming up. And right now we know that Clue Live on Stage is scheduled to perform in Evansville at the Old National Events Plaza. So the date for this is Saturday, April 4th of this year, and it's going to be at 8 p.m. The production is part of the 2025 through 26 Broadway in Evansville series. Aaron, I don't know if you did ever play Clue growing up.
Yes, of course. I love Clue. And if you haven't seen the movie, you got to get into it. It's really good. Hey, you've seen the movie?
I have not seen the movie.
Okay, there's another recommendation for you. It is so much fun. Great comedy, 10 out of 10.
What I love is we still play this to this day. We actually play this with my sister's kids. They're teenagers now.
Fun.
It really is.
So much fun.
It's riveting.
Yes.
I love some of the characters too. You've got like Colonel Mustard and
Mrs.
the
Peacock.
parlor. Mrs. Peacock, yes. In the library with the candlestick. You just never know. So
you never know. Check it out. I'm sure they're going to do like the different endings on each night, like they do with like the stage production. So you could go each night and see a different show.
Yeah. I wonder how interactive it is too, like, you know, with the audience. So that'd be really cool.
I'm sure.
I love a good murder mystery party theme. I think that'd be so cool for like a birthday party.
Yes.
Maybe we can do that next year for our birthdays. We'll have a murder mystery
as long
night,
as I get to be the victim, I'm totally fine.
I love it. I'm taking one for the team already.
Always.
Well, Aaron, what's your local event?
Well, you know, the beginning of spring has just sprung on us. And with that, one event is returning to the Tri-State. As always, it's USI's Spring Fest. And you know, we went to USI, right?
We're alums. We are both Princeton grads and USI alums. We share two alma maters.
Hey, we are the Tri-State.
We are.
But, you know,
local gals.
Each year, the Student Life Office, they host Spring Fest to celebrate the end of another successful academic year. And this year, they're gonna be using like Field Day, which is such a huge thing that they do each year. The Pot Carnival, and there's a concert with an alternative rock band, the Driver Era, and that's a musical duo that's made up of Rocky and Ross Lynch. Now, I'm not familiar with their music per se, but I am familiar with Ross Lynch's work as an actor, because he was in The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina as Harvey.
Yes, on Netflix, right? Okay.
And he was also got his startup in Austin and Alley on Disney Channel. So, you know,
we've seen him before.
yeah, he's been around, but, you know, they've really stepped up their game when it comes to musical guests, at least since I've been there. I don't know about you.
It's funny you say that. One of the very first concerts that they ever brought to USI, I may need to fact check this. I'm pretty sure Luke Bryan played like a year or two before I started. And I thought, well, okay, USI. Good call.
That's a good call.
But you're right. They definitely
they did have Smash Mouth one year for me, which is, I mean, at the time I was a little dated.
Yes.
But, you know, I'll take what I can get.
And now it's nostalgic.
Hello.
Well, that's awesome. Those are some local events there that you guys can plan and look forward to. That's why we like to kick the show off with.
Absolutely.
We're going to move things now to the World of Hollywood movie category. What do you got for us in movie news?
Well, Little bit of different TV news, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not really movies, it's now TV, I guess.
Yes, we're pivoting this week. Tina Fey kicked off the first ever episode of Saturday Night Live UK on March 21st.
How exciting.
Yes, I had no idea about this.
I had no idea this was happening.
No idea about this, but Tina's opening monologue followed kind of the same formula as the US version does, and even Bridgerton star Nicola Coughlan joined her. I love her. She's so funny. She has comedic talent, and like if you've ever seen Dairy Girls before she was on Bridgerton, that's one of her funniest roles ever, period. You got to check it out if you haven't. It's on Netflix right now. Shameless plug for that. But you know, if you're curious how that version looks either similar or different, you should watch it, and you know, you're guaranteed there'll be a lot more cursing because they have no FCC fines over there.
Really? Aaron Weeks, I did not know that.
Oh yeah.
It's wild. What a time.
Can you imagine if we didn't have if we could just let it fly here?
Woo, America, we need some restrictions here.
Yeah, it's probably honestly a good thing that we do have restrictions. Because us off the handles, you guys don't even know.
We're not ready. They're not ready for it.
I mean, if you know us personally, you know. But if you don't, just take it at face value.
It's probably best.
Yes.
Now, I had no idea that this was taking place, and I think that Tina Fey is the perfect person to kick things off. Good call.
She was a writer for X amount of years, and she was obviously one of the stars, and she's come back and hosted multiple times. And I think if you're going to have somebody today kicking off from the US, she's definitely one.
She's the person.
Amy Poehler.
Yes.
I just associate those two with SNL a lot.
And being a fan of Nicola's, I again adore her on Bridgerton. She is hilarious. So it'll be cool. I'll have to watch that.
Yes. And speaking of Bridgerton.
Hey, that's right.
Great segue. The leads of season 5 have been just announced yesterday.
This is fresh news.
Fresh news. I was like, we got to add this into the show.
Breaking news.
After weeks of speculation, the next Bridgerton child to headline the next season will be Francesca Bridgerton. Now, if you're a Bridgerton fan like we are, you know, I thought it was going to be Eloise.
I did too. I think a lot of people did.
I was kind of hoping for that, but like that being said, I can see why they wanted to go with Francesca first. You know, it was a lead up to, it could have been either one.
Yes, I agree. It really could have. They could have gone either way.
And it could have worked either way.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for this. Hope we don't have to wait another 2 years for this as well, because, you know, we do wait 2 years for 8 episodes. In my opinion, it's getting kind of a little tired and played out.
Yes.
I appreciate the quality that Netflix brings. I'll never knock that. I will say I'm happy that they're going into production now. They are already in production.
Yes, I was just about to say, if you didn't know, they have started production, but man, oh man, that can mean it's going to take a while. The shows are basically like little movies.
Yes.
Really, a lot of our shows nowadays. I mean, again, I always bring up Game of Thrones.
Stranger Things. It was
Stranger
like
Things, like a 2 hour.
Over 2 hours.
And not cheap. You can tell they know what they're doing when they film those. So I always like quality over quantity, but let's not wait, like you said, another 2 or 3 years.
No, because Eloise is like
the characters are getting a little.
She's supposed to be like a teenager, and she's let's just say she's a fully grown woman at this point. And I'm just saying, like, we got to get these seasons out now.
Get the ball rolling.
Please.
So excited. Francesca was kind of a back burner character for me for so many years, and then this most recent season, without giving any spoilers, her acting was so incredible. There were a couple moments where she really had to get emotional, we'll say. And it got me, I teared up a couple times last season. I really did.
It was tough. And her counterpart that she's going to be acting with next year.
Yeah.
I'm always worried about chemistry.
Yes.
And luckily we haven't had a chemistry problem yet.
Not
so
once.
I'm very hopeful for next season.
Well said. That's a good point. You want what you want when you watch that show. And I think the casting has been iconic.
Amazing.
And I guess we'll see what happens.
We'll see. Time will tell.
We will only find out with the rest of you. So stay tuned.
And you have some huge TV news.
This is such big
saucy.
TV news.
Get into it.
Okay, it's like hard to where to even begin, but you know what? Let's just go. So, you guys, I feel like everyone knows about this. Let's break it down now. ABC has abruptly canceled season 22 of The Bachelorette this March, just 3 days, Aaron, before it was scheduled to premiere. This is huge. This is unheard of.
I mean, they've marketed the show. I saw them like taking billboards down in Hollywood. Crazy.
Wild. We're talking hundreds, I think 100 million lost.
Yes.
Tons of money, hundreds of people involved in this show, advertisers. This is a very big deal. So the decision came after TMZ published a 2023 video showing this season's lead, the girl that was cast as this year's Bachelorette. Her name is Taylor Frankie Paul, physically attacking her ex-boyfriend, Dakota, while her young child was present. She actually has 3 children, and one of them was present in the video. She even throws a stool, and I believe that
I did see the video.
It ricochets and hits the child as well. So there were a lot of just nasty things that took place and allegations, and I won't get to the legalities of it because, again, I'm just a podcast host right now. So Taylor is known from Hulu's reality show called The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. And Aaron, I'll be honest, I had never watched it. I think a lot of people are now. They're probably amping up the ratings.
I've never seen it. I've never heard of her until this.
I didn't want to watch it because I don't like to give people like that their claim to fame.
Right.
As if my one view is gonna. But I'm kind of. I don't like. I don't like that type of stuff. It's upsetting to watch.
Yes.
But the whole show is based on drama, and so is The Bachelorette. And Bachelor. I mean, that's what they wanted. And careful what you wish for, because she was set to be the first Bachelorette who had actually not previously appeared as a contestant on The Bachelor. Aaron and I know this, but for those of you listening, typically what they do is when it's the season of The Bachelor, the girl who was, we'll say, the runner-up that didn't get the proposal, she'll go on the next season. And that's kind of how
basically like Miss Congeniality.
Miss Congeniality. Yeah, that's exactly right. And so then we watch their seat because you get to know them through that prior season, and then they go on to find their own love story. Although the entire season had already been filmed, that's what's wild too. I mean, it was in the bag. Signed, sealed, delivered. 3 days.
And if you know anything about that show, it's not just like 10 episodes. It's like 22 to 25.
Yeah. Think about all the people's jobs and, it's wild. ABC and Disney have stated that they have no current plans to air the footage. Glad to hear that. I think that was a good move on their part after making a bad decision. ABC, what they're going to do here is replace that scheduled March 22nd premiere with just a rerun of American Idol. Wow. Tell me your thoughts, Aaron. Go.
I mean, I think it was an unavoidable thing that I think they had no other choice but to cancel it. But I'll say this, thank God that everybody who worked on that show, I hope this is the case, already got paid for their work.
Yes, I hope so too.
All the I think of all the editors and
Except
stuff.
for Taylor.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure
not a fan.
she already...
I kind of hold back on this show. You know me. I'm always like, I don't want to make anybody mad or ruffle feathers.
And it's such a touchy subject too to talk about, but I think it was unavoidable. They had to make this decision. And there's no excuse for that kind of behavior.
I think that here's the thing. This was no secret. This incident occurred in 2023. ABC knew what they were getting into.
That's my thing. I didn't want to go too deep into it, but they knew about this.
They wanted the drama.
It's not a shock to anyone, but I think they didn't plan on the footage getting released.
Yeah.
And I think that was definitely calculated. But I mean,
I think all parties involved
are
not great.
Yes. It's not a great look for anyone involved.
Yes.
But
I also understand people growing from things, and maybe she was going through really tough time. You do not know the full story. And I also believe that there are always two sides to every story, from the ex that she was involved with this altercation to ABC executives kind of knowing what they were getting into, to her signing up to be, I mean, when you sign up to be exposed like that, it's kind of like running for office. All the skeletons come out of the closet. I think the thing that I feel bad for her 3 kids because their moms put on this national platform in this massive show. It's so big. And I think at the end of the day, it is about finding love, and it is about maybe moving forward with your life. So ABC pulled the plug. It is what it is.
It's crazy that
and there you have it.
They've invested probably millions of dollars into that.
Yeah.
And now it's just like kaput.
Yep. So I don't know what's going to happen if there is any more to, I guess time will tell. But overall, that has been a massive headline in the world of pop culture news this week. Anything else you want to say on that note?
Just, be careful what you wish for, because I know she wanted to be the Bachelor. From what I understand, I'm on TikTok and I see some of her like castmates from Mormon Wives. They're like, she was gunning to be the Bachelorette, and I was like, I don't know, stuff like this. You gotta be careful what you wish for.
That's right.
And I'm not
And
like,
that's the lesson
I'm not
today on
blaming
what's the
her
trend.
for like the video coming out, but I'm just saying like everybody knew it was out there.
Yeah.
But I don't think they knew how much backlash was going to come from it.
And discretion, viewer discretion advised. If you do watch the video, it is sad. You don't want to see people act like that or go through that. And again, we have no idea what's going on in people's personal lives. So we'll extend grace here to all parties involved.
Yes.
But it was a big deal. Pretty big deal that ABC pulled this show. I was pretty stunned to see
I was shocked, but it's still a developing story. There could be more things that come out about it.
We will be the first to share with you right here.
Will be.
All right, Aaron, now let's move over to some music news.
Yes, we got some huge music news, actually. The long-awaited BTS album is already breaking records.
So exciting.
I know. The band's new album is Spotify's most streamed album to this day of the year, which is huge for them because they're the platform's most streamed K-pop band and album ever.
Yeah.
Which is no shock to me because K-pop is kind of coming over here for the first time. I mean, I know they came out in like 2020 with their last album, but they've really kind of taken over. I love it when we get a little bit of more like a little extra culture.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just something fresh and fun. And I mean, when it comes to music, like why not?
Why not branch out? You know, if Beyonce can make a Cowboy Carter, why can't K-pop come over here?
There you go. I love it.
You know what I mean?
There you have it.
But
yeah, this is exciting.
Yes, it is. This is the group's first full-length album since 2020, so they've, really taken their time to make sure that they had a great follow-up album. So
yeah, there's like 7 of them in the group too.
There's a lot. And also, I feel like if one of them left, it would make a difference.
I feel the same way. I know I was looking at their video the other day and I was counting. I was like, how many people are in this band? That's a lot of folks. So hopefully their success is tremendous because, listen, they got to split that check 7 ways.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, other music news we wanted to share on this week's episode while we're on our music topic here. Tim McGraw, we'll do this your country music minute with Casie.
Yes.
Tim McGraw was officially named a 2026 inductee into the Country Music Hall of Fame. Now, the medallion ceremony, it's scheduled for October 26th in Nashville. I've actually worked that event a couple times.
I
red carpet there.
Yeah. So is it CMA related?
It's not CMA related, but it is. All of they're all tied together. Your CMAs, your CMTs, and your ACMs. Like all of these artists are no stranger to those award shows and those categories. But what this is known for, they call it the CMHOF, Country Music Hall of Fame, and it's very, very special. This is the pinnacle of the country music industry in many ways, besides probably winning a Grammy, is to get inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame is such a big deal. And we're so excited to say that Tim McGraw has finally earned that title, rightfully so. I know a lot of Tim McGraw fans here in the tri-state are listening to the show.
You know me, huge Tim McGraw.
Big Tim McGraw guy over here.
I know a few.
Yeah. He's one of those.
He's married to Faith Hill.
Oh, yes. Good job. In fact, we're going to mention that in a minute here because she was present for the ceremony. So what they do is they announce that he's getting inducted. And as I mentioned, this coming October, they're going to have that special medallion ceremony. They'll walk a red carpet and really just get to kind of sit back and be honored for the night. During a press conference, Tim McGraw was visibly moved. I mean, they get emotional here. I would too. He reflected on his 1989 arrival. That's when he moved to Nashville, you guys. He came in on a Greyhound bus with only a suitcase and a guitar. It already sounds like a country song, doesn't it?
It really does.
And it was just a full circle moment for him. He shared that on his very first night in Nashville, Tennessee, he actually visited a bar called the Hall of Fame Lounge. And he just said he found it surreal to now be entering into the actual Hall of Fame. McGraw credited these strong women in his life, including his wife, as Aaron mentioned, fellow country star Faith Hill, and just mentioned that he looks forward to the day that she is inducted as well. And I think it's kind of funny. He did a little plug there to maybe get her inducted now too.
I feel like that is rightfully so. If I know a song from her that's country, I'm just saying.
If Aaron can list a name, can name a
that
song.
Pearl Harbor song.
That Pearl Harbor song.
Or Where Are You Christmas?
That's right. Aaron Meeks, I'm so proud of you right now. My grasshopper.
I'm coming along.
We love our
people.
genres, and we stick in our lanes.
We
know,
do,
but we'll
but
try other things too.
sometimes we branch out.
We do. Look at us
It's
go.
not unheard of.
It's crazy. We're getting wild.
Yes.
Yeah. So this story was right up my alley.
Of course. I was like, let me give you that one
Thank
this
you.
week. Of course.
I humble plug there that I've attended that a couple times. But one
But
thing
that's really cool.
It is cool. Right across the street, and then we'll move on from there. Aaron's like, okay, Casie, you had your minute here. Right across the street from the Country Music Hall of Fame, they have the Walk of Fame,
Okay.
where it's just like Hollywood. You get your stars. So Tim McGraw and Faith Hill actually got their star on the Walk of Fame together.
Oh,
and
that's cool.
I was there for that. Reba joined them to celebrate them that day. So I didn't get to be at the news here, but I kind of got to be a small moment of Tim and
That's
Faith's
really cool.
other side of things.
I love that.
You're like, okay, Casie. Now,
No,
I will.
I think that's a cool story.
I'll allow us to move on now. So congrats to you, Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. You may be next. So, all right, Aaron.
She's going to be.
She's going to be next.
I'm putting it
Where
out
are you,
to the
Christmas?
universe.
Where are you, Faith Hill? I love that you just whipped that.
I had it
That
in
was
the
very
register.
impressive. Okay, Aaron, it is your turn to talk
Yes,
now.
yes.
How about some celebrity news?
We have some big celebrity news with an update. We brought you a story a couple episodes ago on this podcast. Now, loyal listeners, the tape is officially out.
gosh.
Yes, that is right. The body cam footage of Justin Timberlake's DWI arrest has been released to the public. Now
It happened.
yeah, I know. We had previously reported that Justin was trying to block this footage from coming out, but unfortunately for him, this lawsuit was not successful. And Casie, have you seen the footage?
Aaron Weeks, I have seen all of the footage
yes.
thrice over. Wow. My take.
Yes.
Obviously, driving intoxicated, there is no excuse ever, especially when you are that rich and famous. Get a driver. That separate, I will say I love me some Justin Timberlake. I've always been a JT fan. We can't help it. It's our era.
Yeah.
And honestly, he has spent so much time trying to get this blocked and not released that now that it's out there, I'm like, brother, lean into it.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
either.
the way he handled himself was kind of. It was some of it was funny. Like
Yes.
he made some funny moments, and he was like, are you guys kidding me, right? Like it was just interesting to watch a celebrity be a human.
Yes, I was so disappointed that I didn't hear. This is going to ruin the tour.
This is gonna ruin the tour.
I wanted to hear it so bad. I was looking at how they do the field sobriety test, and I'm like, I don't even know if I could do that sober.
Literally, Aaron, that's so funny. I went and tried to do the thing where you stand on one foot and lift it 6 inches. I was like, I can't even do that on a regular
I'm so
day.
unbalanced. I was like, they're gonna think I'm drunk, even though I'm like blowing
Hasn't had a
up
drop to drink.
0.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it is a moment and it's happening and it'll fizzle out. People will, stop watching the videos in time. I think Justin Timberlake did not come off super bad and
Arrogant.
Yeah.
Nothing. I think that's the one saving grace for him, because I had already kind of like, okay, we can move on from that.
Yeah.
And there was no I was ready for TikTok to blow up and just put him on blast.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen. Not really, that I can see at least.
Yeah. Again, the DUI aspect, that's
Could have been a
not
lot worse.
Ever, there's no excuse. And then if you look at it from the other thing that people are talking about is just how he handled himself. I think a lot of people were like, yeah, that's a pop culture moment we will not forget about. Hey, I had a question.
Yes.
Speaking of Justin Timberlake getting pulled over and actually booked in for a DUI, where's the Britney mugshot? Where's the Britney footage? Because this just happened to his ex-girlfriend,
true.
Britney Spears, and we
I
never
wonder if
saw
they're gonna release
a
that
photo.
ever.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake's mugshot was out.
I
the
bet
next
her
day.
lawyers had. She's got top lawyers. If you can get out of a conservatorship, and that is one of the hardest things to get out of, I'm sure her lawyers were working overtime.
So I guess, wonder if they'll ever release that.
I doubt it.
I mean,
I'd love to see it.
I always
but
like the
I
side
doubt
of me that's like, not a great person.
The diabolical
like, I really wanna see it.
side of me is like, I kind of want to see it.
I know. And then part of me is like, oh, poor Britney. Leave Britney alone.
She's been through enough.
She's been through enough, guys. One more thing I wanted to add to this is I think Justin Timberlake handled himself very well. Now, this was a while back that this footage surfaced. It was his apology when he was in front of the press. I know he had to say some things, but I thought what he said was really well worded, even though again he probably had somebody. But I think some of it was Justin. I think he put some Justin into it.
You've got to.
It
cannot
he
come
owned up.
off as disingenuous.
Well said.
They
It's a
did
big
not
word.
put this
I
through
like that word.
ChatGPT.
What Aaron said, that big word he just said.
Well,
so there you go. Any thoughts on your end?
I just
JT?
don't drink and drive.
This is gonna ruin the tour.
This is gonna ruin the tour.
All right, you guys, we're gonna pivot now to one of my favorite people.
One of America's favorite people.
Dare I say, I put her up here with Dolly Parton.
She's up there. She's definitely up there. Take it away.
That's right, guys. We're talking Reese Witherspoon. She's a household name. She is loved by all. She officially, I hope you're sitting down while listening to what I'm about to say. She officially celebrated her 50th birthday. It was on Sunday, March 22nd. I cannot believe our Reese Witherspoon is 50, and it gives me hope. If that is 50, bring it on.
That is some good skin. That is some, I mean, she's got the good regiment going.
I think that's one of those good inside, good outside.
Yes.
I think she is just a
positive
fun,
energy.
Yes, a ray of sunshine. Always has been.
Yes.
Let's kind of go through it here. So the Oscar winner celebrated during a Western-themed party in Nashville. Some A-list friends like Nicole Kidman and Isla Fisher were in attendance. Fun fact, Reese Witherspoon grew up in Nashville. I forgot, her parents, they're kind of from that area, I think. So she grew up a Tennessee girl.
Yep.
And now that Nashville is kind of a popular place to live, you see a lot of A-listers living there now. So rightfully so, Western-themed birthday party in Nashville. It adds up.
Why not?
I don't know why we weren't invited, Aaron,
She's
but
a
maybe
Tennessee
next
girl.
year. That's right. We also saw a lot of A-listers taking to social media, just posting, lots of happy birthday wishes. It's just cool. You got people like Jennifer Aniston and Jennifer Gardner. And it reminds me that, Hollywood, they're friends too. They have their little
They're
cliques.
people too.
They're people too, Aaron. Many fans also, just like us, expressed just utter shock at her age. Listen, 50 is a wonderful age. It's younger than we think, folks, especially as I get closer and closer to that number. Just noting, though, that she just looked nearly identical to this day to when she played Elle Woods in Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
So I think that's what really gets people is we see our celebrities, dare I say, I still watch like Friends reruns on TBS sometimes when they're on. And then you go and listen, you're allowed to age. It's just weird because you see kind of it's a different person than, but Reese Witherspoon has really not changed.
Some people are unrecognizable at a certain point. You can go the Mickey Rooney route or you can go the Reese Witherspoon route. It's up to you.
That's right. Pick your poison. I am a huge fan. I have always loved Reese Witherspoon. I would put her up there as one of my top favorite people. So
Mickey Rourke, sorry. It just came to my mind. Mickey Rooney, God bless him.
I noticed it went right over my head because I knew exactly who you were
talking about. You know who you were talking about. Yeah.
Aaron, can you name some Reese Witherspoon movies?
Yes, one of my favorites is, Legally Blonde, but I'm going to leave that one out. Sweet Home Alabama.
Incredible.
An incredible
It was on TV
film.
the other day and I caught myself watching it.
It's
seen it a million times.
Good, but like as an adult, I watched it as a kid naturally. You can't tell that I was brought up on rom-coms, but yes.
No.
No, shocking. But watching it as an adult, I was like, I don't know who I would choose because she has to choose between Josh Lucas and Patrick Dempsey. I'm not going to give anything away.
Yeah, no spoilers.
But like both guys are great. There was not like an evil character except for the mother-in-law.
Really good point. As watching it now as an adult, I'm like, oh my goodness, how did she pick? So, you know what? You guys will have to watch it and find out.
What about you?
So loved Legally Blonde. That is my all-time favorite movie. I know it's so cliche,
but it's great.
I can't help it.
There is nothing wrong with being cliche when it comes to that movie.
Thank you, Aaron Weeks. It sends a very good message to young women.
It does.
You
can do whatever you want.
Harvard.
You ain't no man.
Like it's hard.
Hello.
No, that movie's cute. I liked it at the right age too. I think it was like in middle school, and I had the VHS. I'd have to rewind it.
I also had the VHS.
One of my favorites is I don't have a lot of talent, but one thing I can do is look at me fishing for a compliment. One thing I can do on the dime is, if asked, and don't make me do it. Okay, I'll do it. Is I can do the graduation speech to a T. It's in my head. I don't know why. Now I couldn't tell you what 5 times 7 is, but I can tell you I can do the entire graduation speech.
There's a lot of stuff that I can
I'd put $1 million right now that I wouldn't miss a word. So it's one of my few gifts in life. It's really gotten me far, Aaron. So Sweet Home Alabama is a great one. Let's run through them here before we lose you guys on our Reese Witherspoon moment. We'll get to another topic. She voiced the character in Sing, the animated kids movie. Walk the Line, got an Oscar for her role in that, alongside Joaquin Phoenix, where she played June Carter. Incredible performance.
Incredible.
Highly recommend.
Amazing.
As Aaron mentioned, Sweet Home Alabama came out in 2002. You got Wild that she did in 2014. Remember the movie Election?
I loved Election. Tracy Flick.
That was great.
Pick Flick.
You got Pleasantville too. Forgot
That's a
about
good
that one. Tobey Maguire, Paul Walker, R.I.P. He was in that one. Cruel Intentions.
Let me get into that because that
Take a
is
minute.
one of I forget that's one of my favorites. I've got a
Such a good
T-shirt of the movie. Sarah Michelle Gellar, one of her
love
best
her.
performances of all time. I love seeing her because Buffy, she's the good guy.
Yeah, she's
but
the hero.
She is like worse than Regina
Villain.
George.
Worse than Regina George, and that's
She
a
is
statement.
a mean girl, like to the extreme.
Yeah, I remember my parents wouldn't, or my mom wouldn't let me watch that movie for the longest time. It's good,
a little
though.
racy.
Yeah. That is such a good one, and
Yes.
you're right. Usually, Sarah Michelle Gellar plays our
heroine.
Elle Woods.
Yes.
Now she's playing the villain in that. Another good one to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where Reese Witherspoon met her. Well, they're now divorced, but
Ryan
Philippe.
Philippe,
Yeah.
yes.
So we could talk all day on our
We
Reese
could.
Witherspoon minute, and let's wrap it up. We've got Fear, another great one alongside Mark Wahlberg. Just Like Heaven. You got Four Christmases that she's in with Vince Vaughn, and This Means War, another one of my favorites.
Love that one too.
All right, you guys, you've given me my country music minute and my Reese Witherspoon minute. Aaron, let's get back to you. Now, we're going to pivot here. It's never easy.
It's a hard pivot. We've been doing this a lot lately, but it's tough, but we got to bring it to you. Hate to bring you sad news on the podcast, but again, unavoidable stuff. We lost 2 actors over the past couple of days. Walker, Texas Ranger star Chuck Norris, along with Buffy the Vampire Slayer star Nicholas Brendon, passed away.
Yeah.
Now, Chuck had passed away on March 19th at the age of 86. His cause of death hasn't really been released yet. The family did cite that he had sudden emergency, medical emergency. So I'm sure that will, come out and play out in time. But he's best for playing his role of Cordell Walker in Walker, Texas Ranger. Huge show. It spanned, I don't even know how many seasons.
I mean, Chuck Norris, household name for sure.
I mean, especially to the dads of the U.S., household name. But, the very next day, Nicholas Brendon died at the age of 54. This one is kind of odd. It's been reported that he died from natural causes in his sleep.
Okay, I'm hearing this for the first time.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
it's
bizarre.
He was kind of apparently battling some health struggles behind the scenes privately. Not a whole lot, though, is known on what his actual cause of death was.
Yeah, and again,
It hasn't come out yet.
Time will tell.
Time will tell, but he's best known for playing his role of Xander in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. One of my favorites. Naturally.
Obviously, it adds up.
It does.
Another part of this podcast, kind of again relaying some of these top headlines in Hollywood. So you will move on from that. Again, sad to share though. But thank you guys for bearing with us. We do want to keep you up to date on these things.
Of course.
Though. Let's end it on a light note, Aaron Weeks. What do you say?
Yeah, of course. On this day in entertainment history, if you're listening to this on the Friday when it drops, the long-running medical drama Grey's Anatomy premiered in 2005. Now, it launched that cast to stardom overnight, I feel, and it's still running today. They're in their 22nd season, Casie.
That is unbelievable.
I know. So I've kind of fallen off the Grey's Anatomy train, unfortunately, but I have watched season 1 through 18. Now, I started it when it was airing. They were going into their 9th season.
Okay.
So I watched for like a good 10 years, and then
wow, you gave it a good decade.
I gave it.
That's longer than most Hollywood marriages.
I know. I watched season 1 through 8, and then they were going into 9, and I was like, crazy that I stuck with it. I kind of get bored halfway through a show sometimes.
Yeah.
And I quit.
Especially one that's been 22 seasons in. I mean,
I would be surprised if I ever tried to pick it up again. I could. You never know, but we'll see what happens. But what a crazy show in the sense of there's been so many stories. They've covered everything.
How are these writers still doing this? I'm so impressed.
And they're just like, you never know with that show. They're killing off doctors. They've got so many storylines, but nothing beats those first couple of seasons. Have you seen it?
Confessional. I have never watched Grey's Anatomy, not a single
you would really
episode.
like it.
I know. I have. This is one of those that I will pick. I know some point
there
in
will
my
be
life,
one day where you're like, this is the time.
I'll catch you 22 seasons later and be like, Aaron, wow.
And I'll be like, wow, you watched all 22.
Everyone in my life has watched. My big sister and her husband, that was their show when they got married. I remember that was like their big thing. They'd watch, to come out, and huge show.
It's a huge show
the
still.
fact that it's still on and still big.
It's also a testament to the writers and like the creators and the actors that people do not get bored of it. There are so many people that have watched it since day one that are watching it today. That's crazy.
Let's put it up there with these other, just again, Mount Rushmore shows that have been on that long. I'm trying to think. I know The Simpsons.
Simpsons.
I think of The Simpsons and South Park, not in the same league at all.
No. But
I mean, can you think of any other shows before we end this episode?
ER was on for a long time.
Yeah, you got your
Criminal Minds.
Your soap operas, like Days of Our Lives, All My Children.
Probably every CSI show has been on for forever. Those cop dramas do really well. I mean, medical and cop dramas, people can't get enough of.
Well, you think about Friends, it was on 10 seasons.
That's true.
This is double that. I mean, that's so definitely... They must be doing something right. And it was it, my friends.
Yes.
But no, I think that if that doesn't prove to you that they're doing something on that show that's worth watching, Aaron Weeks, at some point, I will enter that race. We'll call it a marathon. It's no sprint. And I hope to see you on the other side when I can say that I've officially
I can't wait, because you are going to eventually watch it. You're going to love the first couple of seasons.
It's going to be a wild ride, friend.
Those first,
no spoilers. I have no idea.
That's amazing. Go into it with no spoilers. I went into it with no spoilers. There is one episode where I don't get surprised that often. I audibly gasped. And I had to pause the show, and I took a minute, rewinded it, make sure that I actually saw that.
That's good TV.
And I was like, oh wow, that really happened.
And that's
They've had a few of those moments.
And that's what our listeners each week on What's the Trend have to do when listening to us share the news of the week.
They're like, what are they going to say now?
Let's run that back. So,
yes.
Well, there you have it, guys. Another week filled of information that, listen,
another episode in the can.
Another episode in the can. If this is in your alley from, entertainment, the world of Hollywood, and dare we even say sports sometimes, we're going to bring it to you. So
we dabble. We do dabble in sports.
Well, I tell you, Aaron, is there anything you want to add about this week's just shenanigans? Anything on this week's episode?
I'm curious to see how the whole Bachelorette thing folds. I mean, we have not seen the end of it. That's all I'll say. But obviously, we're gonna bring that to you whenever it drops. But again, you can find us on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. You can go to 14news.com under podcasts, and you can watch this there or on YouTube. That's right, guys. We appreciate you so much, more than you know. Thanks for listening to another episode of What's the Trend? We'll see you next time. Bye.